Grace Church family. You've probably heard the news. We are so excited to be able to open up in-person worship again, and we just want to give you a little preview of what it's going to look like when you come on Sunday mornings. So pretend this is Sunday morning and you've just parked your car in our parking lot. We would invite you to get out of your car and walk towards West Bel Air Avenue. We're going to be entering through the front of the worship space for safety, for yours, and for all those who are going to be worshiping with us today. So let's take a look. This is the entrance we'll be using for worship on Sunday mornings. It'll be marked with a sign so that you can find your way easily, and there will be greeters at the door just inside to welcome you. At this point, if you have a mask with you, make sure to put it on. We're asking and requiring that you wear them the entire time you're in the building to keep you safe and to keep everyone safe who's here to worship with you. If you don't have a mask with you, the greeter just inside the door has a supply and can give you one. So once you've entered with your mask on or received a mask from the greeter who will be stationed here by the door, we invite you to step up here to check in. Remember, you'll need to RSVP for the worship service so that we can keep accountability and make sure that everyone stays healthy. There will be bins available if you have items for our food pantry or other donations that you need to drop off. They can be dropped off here as you're checking in. And then simply follow the arrows on the floor. Grab some sanitizer on your way in, either side, and meet with the usher that's just inside the worship space so that they can direct you which way to go. There will be an usher stationed here, as well as down at the other side aisle, to indicate whether you will be entering this side aisle or the far one. We ask that you wait by the door for an usher to walk you to your seat, because we have a specific seating pattern to keep everyone safe. We will be filling in from the front of the worship space to the back, so that you don't need to be walking past others. So when your usher brings you forward, you'll be walking with them past the marked off pews. Yes, you might have to sit in a pew that's not yours. I know we all have our favorite places, but for the health and safety of everyone involved, we invite you to try something new and have a seat wherever the usher leads you. During worship, we invite families to sit together. We will not be holding childcare or Sunday school during our worship services for the safety of everyone involved. So as you come in as a family, you will enter the worship space and stay together until you leave the building again. Now, during the service, we will have music. However, for everyone's safety, it's important that we don't sing as congregation. So you're invited to hum along or just listen and enjoy as we enjoy music together in a slightly different way while staying safe. Now, as we usually would collect an offering, we're going to do that a little bit differently, and I'll show you on the way out. There will be a place where you can drop off any donations. When worship is over, we are keeping in mind that we have a one-way traffic flow, so an usher will begin at the back of the worship space and invite the back pew to exit first through the center aisle, and then continue exiting the pews heading towards the front of the sanctuary. And once you've been invited to leave by the usher, you will head out the center doors. You'll notice our donation boxes are available on both sides for you to drop in your tithes and your offerings to help us continue with our ministry. These doors, weather permitting, will be open so you can continue on your way out to a blessed week. For those of you who need a handicap accessible entrance because you're in a wheelchair or cannot do steps, we invite you to use the sidewalk leading up to our nursery school room door. There will be an usher or a greeter here to guide you in, and we're following the same rules as before. We need to have a mask on as soon as we enter the building. So come this way. So don't worry about checking in because your attendance will be reported to our front stations, but as you enter the building, you can continue walking this way in the hallway. And we will go in from the front end of the sanctuary. Following this hallway closest to the offices. So now that the usher has guided you into the sanctuary, they will continue to guide you either to one of the available pews if you do not have a wheelchair, or to our section back here next to our tech crew if you do have a wheelchair and need the extra space. Now, when worship is over, you will exit the building the same way you came in. So an usher will guide you back out the front of the sanctuary, past the offices, and out through the nursery school doors again. Now that you know what a Sunday morning will look like for in-person worship, there are a couple other reminders I'd like to give you. First, we need you to RSVP for seating capacity for the Sunday that you're going to attend. You can RSVP by phone or by email to the church office in the days leading up to Thursday before you're going to attend on Sunday, and that's something that we need you to do every week that you will be attending in-person worship. The second reminder I want to give you is that when we are worshiping at 9 a.m., our doors to the building will open at 8:35 a.m. So make sure not to come any earlier, because we will be waiting that 6 feet apart until our doors open at 8:35 in the morning. I am so excited to welcome you back to Grace United Methodist Church in-person worship, or continuing worshiping with us digitally online. I'm excited to worship together as a church family.